Tuesday, the 18th of March, 2025. Good morning, everyone. This morning's devotional is a reading from Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 2, and it reads, "Remember today what you have learned about the Lord through your experiences with Him." And I use the Good News translation this morning. Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt and across the wilderness to the Promised Land. Now, the journey should have only taken a few weeks, even with a large crowd, but it took them 40 years. You may ask, but what on earth were they doing? Well, for 40 years they were wandering around in a circle. God was giving them one test after another and saying, "Will you trust me?" There were 7 tests in all. Every time they failed a test, He sent them on another lap around the wilderness. But even in that wilderness, they were not there by accident. It was for a reason. Some of us are in a wilderness right now. Remember this one thing. The way to the Promised Land is through the wilderness. You've got to go through that waiting period. You've got to go through that desert. You've got to go through that dry spell. You're waiting in the wilderness for a purpose. And while you're waiting, you need to keep a record of the lessons you're learning. Numbers 33 verse 2 reads, "At the Lord's direction, Moses kept a written record of their progress." Are you keeping a written record of your progress in the Christian life? Are you writing anything down? You need to start keeping a journal for when you are waiting. A journal is different from a diary. A diary is for events, what happened during the day and those sorts of things. A journal is for lessons. In the waiting periods of life, little lessons lead to big successes. Some of the tiniest lessons you'll learn in the dry periods, in the depressing periods, in the discouraging periods will be the keys to big successes in life. Little lessons lead to big successes. So you need to write them down, otherwise we forget them. Psalm 119 verse 33 reads, and it can also be used as a prayer to pray when you are in the wilderness and waiting for God to deliver you. It reads, "God, teach me lessons for living so that I can stay on course." A powerful prayer to pray, asking God for His help. My dear friends, we, like the prophets of old, can ask God to teach us lessons for life so that we too can stay on track and grow in spiritual maturity. May we never shy away from the Lord. May we get near to Him, draw near to Him, and He will draw near to you, and He will guide you through life. My dear friends, may the Lord be with you. May He bless you. May He cause His face to shine upon you and be with you always. Goodbye.